Relations between Israel and Poland are deteriorating. At the heart of the matter is a Euro property law. But what does this have to do with Israel? Our correspondent Jody Cohen brings you all the details on this.
On Wednesday, the Polish parliament passed a property law. This says that people cannot declare ownership over a building after a period of 30 years has passed since they were last recognized as having owned it. This would end restitution proceedings regarding Holocaust and communist-era confiscations of property. The bill's supporters argue that it will mean greater clarity on property rights. But what does this mean in practice, and what does it mean for Israel? Approximately 3 million Polish Jews were killed in the Holocaust. Others managed to survive but returned to their homes, only to see other families living there, and were forced to find refuge elsewhere. Many of these survivors and their descendants found this refuge in Israel. Unlike other European countries involved in the Holocaust, Poland never introduced a comprehensive Holocaust restitution law. And now the new law in practice means that families who lost property in Poland during the Holocaust cannot reclaim ownership of these properties. The legislation has prompted criticism in Israel, with the government having urged Poland not to pass the law. Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid said that vetoing the bill was the right thing to do. As well as generating criticism from Israel, the U.S. Special Envoy for Holocaust Issues, Cherry Daniels, has condemned the legislation, saying Poland is the only European nation to have regressed in the last year in meeting commitments to return stolen property or to compensate Holocaust victims and their families.
The Holocaust ended 76 years ago, but its repercussions still live on, with the new law effectively denying Holocaust survivors and their descendants the right to property stolen from them. 2/3 of Israeli lawmakers signed a letter imploring Polish lawmakers to acknowledge the crimes and act to fix them. And Knesset Speaker Miki Levy has said he is cancelling plans to form an interparliamentary friendship group between the two countries. While Polish President Andrzej Duda could veto the legislation, he is not expected to do so, creating a tense situation. This is Jody Cohen from Jerusalem for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.